Hello, welcome back to Sailor Space. My name is Space Uwem Jonah. I'm a marine engineer and a marine surveyor. So today I'm going to take you around the crossroad of career paths and exchange. Okay, so I want to start a series that talks about career options, career paths, and how one can navigate it successfully, be it as a cadet, as a student, as a young professional, or as a master in the game. So today we're going to be talking on how one can transition successfully from being a marine engineer to being a marine surveyor. Okay, so we're going to be looking at different aspects of the talk. We're going to talk about the marine engineering part and the marine surveyor part. Then we're going to merge it together. Then we're going to talk about the qualification that one actually needs to kickstart the journey, like the skills you need, what you should be expecting, the mindset, and every of those type of things. That's what we're going to be talking about. So it's just like sharing my career journey, a part of it, not actually like a full part of it. Maybe some other day I'm going to make a video that talks wholly about my career path, how I moved from being a marine engineer to being a marine surveyor. So let's dive into this. But before we do that, if you are a new member of the SailorSpace family, I would kindly want you to subscribe to this channel, like our page, share it to people. You never can tell who would be looking for this piece of information, and it will really do a lot to their career and to your life. So I would have really appreciate if you could subscribe, you like, you share, and spread the good news. For people that are already part of the SailorSpace family, I say a very big thank you for sticking around and promoting the space. It's this space is supposed to be for knowledge, to gain knowledge, to know what's in the maritime space, just in different forms: maritime news, maritime safety, career transition, career growth, study groups, and all that. So if you are just new, please sit back, relax, and let's take you on this journey. Okay, so I mentioned that we're going to be talking on two aspects. So let's start with the marine engineering part. Who is a marine engineer? So for example, you are a layman, you don't even know what and who is a marine engineer. So a marine engineer, in simple terms, is a person that operates, maintains, repairs machineries. Like, the duty of a marine engineer is just to make sure that the machinery is working in perfect condition. Nothing is wrong with it. He diagnoses. It's more like you're taking care of a baby. So a marine engineer is a mother to an engine, which is a baby. That's the simplest way to understand who is a marine engineer. Now, who is a marine surveyor? A marine surveyor is someone who inspects and ensures that, just in case the marine engineer did not do their jobs properly, or let me just say any other person involved did not do their job properly, that they are mandated to do so. So more like a marine engineer inspect vessels, marine structures, offshore equipment, and ensure that they stay in compliance. So this is actually not an elaborate meaning of marine engineer and marine surveyor, just so I can put you on the loop so we move forward to our conversation. So now, if we are relating this, what are the qualifications one needs to be a marine engineer? For you to be a marine engineer, I am a marine engineer. So you have to first of all go to college. You go to college or a university, depending on how it's classified in your region. You get your Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Technology, or if probably your higher national diploma, or just a degree equivalent in your environment from a maritime institution, or from a conventional institution that has maritime courses accredited in it. That from then, when you're done with school, you go in for your sea time experience, where we fondly and mostly call cadetship, where you have practical hands-on experience on board ships, ship operation, ship maintenance, and all of you. And when you get the necessary requirement, then you proceed for eligibility for your certificate of competency exams. And when you pass, you will be given a license. That license qualifies you to be a marine engineer. Now, when you are a marine engineer, irrespective of if you have a class 1 license, a class 2 license, or a class 3 license, you are a marine engineer. And when you are a marine engineer and you know the intricacies of the profession, you've sailed, you've had this experience, it's more like your first step or your first stop to going to be a marine surveyor. You know, that idea of you want to do a job and you have a checklist and you're ticking, oh, I've completed this procedure, I've completed this technique, I've done this, I've done that, I'm prepared for my job. Now put it as if you are the checklist. Now you'll be ticking, oh, first of all, I've gone to college and all of those things. Then you tick. If you could use that checklist properly, you will know that you've ticked out a bunch of what could qualify to be a marine surveyor. So that's the first step. Now, if you qualified as a marine engineer, the next step is for you to start looking out for openings, job listings for a marine surveyor. Now, there are many places you can do this. You can either register with job boards, recruiters, or you checked on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has a very high range of job listing and employers coming to seek employees for employment. So, or you can better still go to each of these companies' website and register under their careers. So eventually when there is a job listing or there's a vacancy, a job opening, they can send you a direct message or you will get a notification for it. So these are a few ways you can stay in the loop for job listings and trying to know the trends and which company is available to offer you a job. So that's that part. Now, when you now get the job, most of this company have requirements. They will mostly always state it there as part of the job listing procedure. Oh, we need BSc this, we need masters this, we need certificate of competency this, we need also soft skill, we need also experiences and all of that. So you will see them. Now, the reason for this video is so that you can prep yourself ahead of time, that you don't have to wait for that job listing before you can start preparing yourself. So now we've gotten the first part. You are a marine engineer, you've gotten the technical aspect, expertise and an experience of the job. Now there are other soft skills you should learn and you should know before you think of being a marine surveyor. First, communication would be key because you have to communicate effectively with clients. You know, you'll be dealing with human beings, not like furniture and your engines that do not talk. So this time around, you will learn and you should learn and know how to handle people properly. So you must learn communication skills. They are very important. Then I won't say the technical know-how again because you've already gotten part of it as a marine engineer. Then you will also learn how to pay attention to details. When I mean pay attention to details, you must always have this mindset that you, not like a problem finding mindset, but you must always come from a safety conscious mindset. You must always come from the compliance mindset. So you must pay good attention to details. Then the third one is very important, integrity. Because if you don't have integrity, then there will be a problem. So integrity is very important. So this list is not exhaustive, but these are serious and common skills you should know. Then you should be computer proficient, like this, the 21st century. And everyone that is currently in the occupational field must and should be a computer literate. So if you are not a computer literate now, I think this is a go call for you to think about that and put it into your plan, because you'll be operating a lot of software as per your company plan and policies. And what your company is going to do for you is just to blend your skill. They are not going to be teaching you, oh, you need to press Control P, Control Z, Control S for you to learn. So they'll be like, okay, what do you know about computers? What do you know about the software and packages? We are going to embody what we know, what we want to what you know. So that's how it's going to come. Not like they're going to sit you down and teach you what a computer is or how to use a computer. So I think this is the time you should consider being a computer literate. So another one will be teamwork and collaboration. You'll be working with a lot of entities, a lot of people from different nationality. That's for your clients, and you'll be meeting a whole lot of people, more like on a daily, on a weekly, on a monthly basis. It's not a kind of job that no one will see you. No, if that's what you're looking for, then marine surveying is not for you. It's a job that you meet a lot of people. Now, the teamwork and collaboration do not just extend just to your clients, but it also encompasses your team, your your local office, your regional office, your district office, your global office. So it's more like you have to collaborate with people and get job done. There are some jobs that you may not have to complete it by yourself. You may need a team or a support from a colleague or working directly with a colleague, and you must learn how to deal with these people, because human beings are dynamic. They are not static equipment or objects, so they function in different ways, and they do not have the same wiring or connection. Should I say that? I don't know if that verse explains it. So you must always learn teamwork and collaboration. You must learn time management, because aside from the fact that you'll be doing on the side inspection, you must do reporting. You just have to find a way to manage your time, because if you don't manage your time, you have clashes and even interfere with commercials. That's the vessels business, because if you can track your time, then the time that one vessel is supposed to come and go, you may not be able to merge everything together, and that may cause a delay. And a delay in shipping means goods are not distributed or sent where they are supposed to as per the timing, and that's bad for commercials too. So you must be adaptive. Now this is a whole new environment. You know some things you know in marine engineering. You are a marine engineer, I know, but this is marine surveying. They are not the same thing. They may be closely intertwined and closely related. Like the skills you have here could move to the side and be very useful, but it doesn't mean that they are the same. So you must be adaptive. That means you should be able to transform. Let me just use this term, you know, that term of learn, relearn, and unlearn, whatever way you want to fix them up. But you must be a very good friend of those three terms. You must be adaptive, adapting to new things you need to learn, adapting to the job, adapting to people, and low. I mentioned that this list is not exhaustive, so there are other ones, but just for so we don't extend, you can just do your own personal research on that. But I just wanted us to know some of the things you should be looking at in your mind, that oh, I need to start building this, because it is very important. In as much as you're preparing the qualification, the certification, you should prepare yourself mentally also to withstand the rigor that comes with the job. All right, so if you're still here and you're still with me and you enjoy this conversation and you want me to send in different types of conversations like this in different topic, in different sphere, relating to marine engineering, relating to marine surveying, relating to sailing generally, I would just need a simple favor. Please click on the subscription button, like this video, share this video. Let's spread it for wider reach. You never can tell who would be personally waiting to hear this, to inspire them, to put them in the right direction so they know what to do. I would really appreciate that. I'm hoping to see the numbers and to meet new people, meet new connection, and expand this SailorSpace family. So let's move on. Now we're going to be talking about the certification part of this thing. I had mentioned earlier about the certification part of the marine engineer. I didn't really go into details, but that's just like a wrap of everything. So now, if you are a marine engineer, that means you should be fully certified to be a marine engineer. That means you've gotten, let's say, one quarter of your qualification to be a marine surveyor. Now, if you have those soft skills, then that adds up as part of your qualification. Now, in simple terms, certifications, one needs to be a marine surveyor. You will need to be certified from school. That's a degree program in marine engineering. You know, most surveying companies accept certifications from nautical science. So you see them say BSc, B-Engine, B-Tech, marine engineering, or nautical science. Most do not accept. So it's based on company policies and all that. But the viral one, the most ones I see are B-Engine engineering. So most time they streamline it to marine engineering. It doesn't mean that somewhere that is in mechanical engineering do not stand the chance. You know why I said this? Because nowadays we have mechanical engineers that have successfully filtered into the marine engineering space, that they've become qualified as marine engineers. In that case, then they would be qualified. So that's the first one. The first one is your degree program. And there is always an additional requirement of a certificate of competency. That's to make sure that you're a fully qualified marine engineer. So most times still ask for a certificate of competency, or a master's degree in naval architecture and shipbuilding. Now, that's an option for people doing masters in marine engineering. They prefer the naval architecture and shipbuilding because it relates more to marine surveying, because most of the other offshore are energy and control. So that's it. Then if you have this, then you've met some of their qualifications. They have personal qualification, like most of the soft skills, they'll list them out. Now, the other requirement is your ability to be always available, traveling at short notice, attending to vessels at short notice, and all of those ones. It's actually a qualification, because there are some people that, due to their kind of business and maybe family and a lot of things that's going around their life, they do not have the ability to just move or respond when they are called. Okay, so that being said, now if you do not have this qualification that we've mentioned and you want to still be a marine surveyor, there are other ways you can explore. Let's just imagine that someone is just a recent graduate from school and does not have sea time, doesn't have a COC, but you had good grades in your bachelor's of engineering or bachelor of technology, marine engineering or nautical scientist, and you still want to be a marine surveyor. The best form that I could suggest, because of the trends of marine surveying companies, their requirement, that's the basis I'm using, is you have to more likely go back to school for a master's degree. Now, the master's degree in naval architecture and shipbuilding, or something in nautical scientists that can relate to surveying, may be substituted for that certificate of competency. So these are options. In this session, I'm just trying to be more like realistic about what you should get, what you should not get, as per the trend of companies that are looking for marine surveyors. Now, let's just imagine that you couldn't go to school and you couldn't do a master's degree, you did not go have a certificate of competency, but you were someone that after your first degree, you were deeply immersed in the shipyard and shipbuilding environment. If you have a relative number of years, let's say 5 to 7 years in shipbuilding, ship construction, project managing and all that, it also counts. So that can be combined with your degree, because while you are growing in the shipyard for those period of 5 to 6 years, it's expected that you'll be doing certifications that backs up your profession in shipbuilding, and that's a key competency that you will need as a marine surveyor. So it can also count. So these are ways you explore your options, because not everybody will be a full-time marine engineer with degree, with masters, with COC. Some may have degree, who don't have COC, some have shipyard knowledge. So these are ways you can combine it. This video is just telling you that if I am not a full-time marine engineer, there are other ways I can explore my options, and I was still fitting into this profession. Now, there is also an option of doing a marine surveyor course from a marine surveying training center or school. We have Deloitte, we have IMS. There are others. You just look for the one that suits you better and you do that. So what this does to you, it enhances your skills. You are being taught firsthand what you need to thrive as a surveyor. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to give you a job, but it prepares you for the job when it comes. Now, you may go to some classification society. When they want to employ you as a junior surveyor, as a trainee surveyor, they may decide that they don't need this certification. They may decide that they want to keep this certification. It depends on their company policies and procedures. But it doesn't rule out the fact that this certification from these surveying companies, from the surveying school rather, are very, very useful to your growth and the journey. Now, experience also comes into play. For every other kind of profession, just like marine surveying, experience counts. It counts a lot. Like, it's very key, because if you are in someone that has experience already, it's more like some part of the job has been done already. You just polishing the person up. So be it you have experience in cargo survey, damage survey, hull and machinery survey, P&I as writer, all those matters. The skills you get there are transferable skills. Those are skills that you can easily move around, just like a marine engineer skill. You can move it around every other aspect of surveying that you want to do. So you must always include this actively in your CV when you are applying. So all this qualification, certification, and skills must be present while you are trying to bring your CV together. Because what this does, it gives you an edge. It keeps you on the top there. It makes the recruiters see a reason why they should take you and put you into the system. Okay, so now that we've talked on those qualifications, soft skills, and certification, I would just like to talk generally. Now, I'm talking from the perspective of being a class surveyor. I know there are different type of marine surveying, but I would say if you're someone that is looking at new horizons, lifelong learning, and creating meaningful impact in your community, that's the maritime community, and among people, then I think marine surveying is for you, because it's a kind of dynamic profession that expands your thinking and makes you very impactful. So for anyone coming into the profession, you should be hardworking. It's not somewhere that you come and you relaxed. No, you must be hardworking to give and get the best from the profession. You must give yourself to lifelong learning. It's not where you have to just go to school. It's not like a degree program that you think you go to school and after that you're getting a job and that ends it. No, in marine surveying, you must be committed to lifelong learning, because the more you know, the easier your job gets. And the way you will be able to know is if you keep learning. And the good part is that most of the community, the classification society that you work for, will make this learning processes and procedure open and available for you. So it will not be as if you're stressing to get these things, but you already have them prepared for you. So it's just for you to have the willingness, the desire to learn. And then, just as I mentioned about the communication, you must be open to good networking, because you are dealing with human beings. So you need to find a way to deal with people. Now, this one goes to cadets and students. While you're still in school or you've come out of school, actively doing your cadetship, this is the time for you to build good networks. When you go to maritime events, they are not a place to eat, drink, and gist. No, it's a place to connect, ask for collaboration, or maybe request for collaboration if that best fits it. Network with like minds, learn, pick a mentor, someone that can push you into the right direction. The reward of mentorship is most times underrated. It yields good results if the mentee is really interested, because it's one thing to have a mentor, it's another thing to want to align to your mentor's value. Look for internships. Some countries have programs that are for young people coming out of school with good grades. So that means for a company to pick you from school, you must have good grades. Now your educational prowess now comes into play. You see companies like that, internship is key. This is the best way you grow from the grassroots and you grow to the top. So you are not stressing yourself to do any courses. Some people actually come out from school, they are not marine engineers, and they just become surveyors, because most time they must have passed through a training from the beginning. As trainees, they came as interns, they learn on the job and they grow. So this is just an open message for cadets, for students, to prep your mind. Life is supposed to be prepared for. And what some people call luck is more like preparation meeting opportunity, and it just equates success. So if you want to be a marine surveyor and you are just in school, you're just coming out, or you're a young professional and you are like, okay, now I've gotten my checklist, these are the things that a marine surveyor should need, and I'm ticking the box daily, I'm ticking the box weekly, I'm ticking the box monthly, or I'm ticking the box as I grow in my profession, then it will be far more easier for you to break into the marine surveying space. Okay, so once again, if you're with us up till this point and you have still not subscribed, you've still not liked this video, you've still not shared this video, please and please and please share this video, like this video, subscribe to this channel, put on the notification so you'll be alert every time I post a new video. And if you know, which I know, that this video was very insightful and was very helpful in any way, in a few way, and you think that this could go to help anybody, I recommend you share. I recommend that you put on the notification, you like this video, you subscribe to this video, so that you can get premium content like this, so that you can stay in the loop on this career transition, on maritime issues, on safety stuff, like things relating to the maritime space. That's what SailorSpace is for. It's a place where engineers and navigators come together and share knowledge. Now, if you're in for collaboration, you want us to do this talk together, you want us to have maybe something that would be meaningful to the maritime community together, please do send me an email or reach out to me. I am more willing to collaborate. The goal is to see people not make the mistakes we make, and the goal is to see people thrive in the maritime space and give us a professional field to play around. Until next time, I remain your host, Dr. Uwem Jonah, a marine engineer and a marine surveyor. Thank you very much. Until we see you again, remain safe and stay blessed. Bye.